So I think we can go ahead and get started. So I'm Sonia Lang, the co-president of our Rolando Park Community Council. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I wanted to make note that our meeting minutes are posted on our Rolando.org website for your viewing, and that the meetings are recorded. Dues and membership, Debbie.
Had to unmute myself. Okay, our total membership right now, we have 28 members. Of those members, 23 are renewed members. We have 5 new members. And we have 3 associate members. Is there anything else I'm supposed to tell you?
We're gonna talk about it for the fall.
Huh?
Thank you, Debbie.
Hey.
Think you're good. Thank you. All right, so what we'll do is next is our community announcements with Jennifer and Lynn. So who's going first? Jennifer, you or John? Want to go first?
Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. As far as Redwood Village goes, if you haven't heard, there seems to be some forward movement on the installation of no dumping signs down in on the west side of Streamview, those large medians where people dump stuff regularly. We heard just today or yesterday that the city is asking some of us to go down there and show them where we want the signs. So that's really great news. And we're hopefully going to be hearing more about the redesign of Streamview this summer. There was about 6 months ago, they said 6 months. So till we get. So hopefully we'll hear something. Maybe by the time that we have a meeting, or the first meeting in September, we'll have more information on that subject. And is there anything else?
And I'm sure we'll hear more about our joint cleanup this Saturday.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
I have a slide for us.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right, anything else?
No, let's do it.
Thank you.
Thank you, John and Jennifer. Lynn? School? There we go. All right. On to the next slide. Okay, first off, we have some fundraisers, restaurant fundraisers coming up for the next 2 weeks. And this is for our flood victims at the Village Green Apartments. So starting tomorrow, Woodstocks. Go to Woodstocks, mention our fundraiser, and they are donating 25% proceeds. Wednesday, Rubio's at College Grove is having a fundraiser for us as well, all day. Next week, Wayway on Tuesday, Wayway will be donating for the entire day. And today I just got, I don't even have a flyer yet, Corbin's Barbecue up on El Cajon on Wednesday. So these dates are out on our website, our Facebook page. I included some of them in our mailing this week. So please go, it's an easy way. I think we all do take out at least once a week and visit one of these places in the next few weeks. And we'll be using this money to help our flood victims transition back into their apartments. We hope by the end of May, first part of June. Buy some household items, okay? Tomorrow night, our planning group is meeting. Probably not going to be of so much interest to those of us along the university corridor, but the MTS is building it's called CTAC. It's a campus that'll be a maintenance campus for electric buses. And it'll be located somewhere, they're still not sure the location, between Ridgeview and Webster. And so the last time they presented planning group meeting was 3 years ago. We're getting an update. I did hear that they might have chosen the location. Anyway, I encourage you always to go to that. This Saturday, we do have a cleanup, university cleanup. This is our second one. This time we'll be on the Redwood Village side, college. And we'll meet up at the corner of 60th and University. That's next to the DaVita Dialysis Center. And we always have some enticements for you at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're called donuts and coffee, caffeine and sugar. And we generally only stay for about an hour. Try and work early before it gets too warm. But please meet up. Volunteers who show up for 2 cleanups get a volunteer t-shirt. It's an easy way to get a free t-shirt to stand in. Also on Saturday, the same day, we've been talking a lot about community plan update that's going on in the mid-city, and that is our planning group, Eastern area, City Heights, Normal Heights, and Kensington Talmadge. They're having a workshop this Saturday at Hoover High School. And then next Wednesday, they'll have an online one. You need to scan the QR code to register. That QR code is on our Facebook page. It's also on our website. But again, I encourage you to go. The city planning team is really trying to gather as much input from residents. This is the most outreach I've ever seen them do to try and get a handle on what our communities would like to see happen in the community planning. So if you can, thank you. And last, this is our last meeting until September, because we don't meet during the summer usually. School's not available to us, but we always close out June with an ice cream social. This will be, I think, about the 10th year of doing it. We missed 1 year during the pandemic.
Yes.
So it's open to Redwood Village, Rolando Park, and it's open to the communities. You don't have to be a member. We strongly encourage people to bring their families, kids, and just have a free ice cream on us that night. We do have a lot more going on through the summer this year. We have 2 more cleanups going on. We're going to have a community yard sale. And in August, we still have scheduled, so far I haven't heard from Park and Rec, but we do have a movie in the park event in August. And I think this year we're planning on showing another throwback ET. So we'll think of something fun to do for the kids with this. Okay, and that's all the events coming up. That's a lot.
Thank you, Lynn. So we're going to move on to our public comments on non-agenda items. And we ask that people leave it to approximately 2 minutes each. So do I see anybody who has any comments?
It was regarding one of the cleanups that you guys are doing. So we had planned on that day being at 60th Street for different cleanup. Now we can be, I mean, we'll be there.
Okay.
Will we do that?
Yeah, I mean, we can, yeah.
Yeah, well, because we came to your meeting, the Eastern Town.
Area, like,
Trying to get a neighborhood watch going.
Right.
And we were gonna do our own cleanup because we're doing it at the encampment.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that we're cleaning damage and 60th?
Okay. Feeling moved up?
Yeah. Now. I mean, I thought that when you put it in, I'm like, oh, that's ours, but I guess it's not, but we're right there.
no, you're right there, because when you break up university into 4 quadrants, 2 in Redwood Village and 2 in Rolando Park. We did one earlier this year in Rolando Park, the first half. And this time we're working from college to 58. And then next time, the second one we do later in the year will be down to, down to 58. No, I'm sorry, from 58 to 54. Try and discourage people from not trying to come children.
We won't have a whole lot of people, but we don't know how many. This is our first one, but whatever we have, we'll see how we can help each other.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have something that to let people know about for free fun things for the summer. I'm part of an organization called Twilight in the Park. Not if you've heard of that, a free concert at the Spreckles Organ Pavilion. And so this year we're starting on June 18th. You give you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6:30 to 7:30, and it goes all the way to the end of August. And on the first one, on the 18th of June, we actually have a double header. We have like a young jazz musician, a child, is at 4:30, and we have a tribute band for Kenny Christmas. So you can look on the Balboa website too, the Balboa, we're kind of in there, but it's like Twilight in the Park. That's Freckles Organ. So free concerts, we have like a Night Park 32 tribute, we have a Santa Waves, Santa tribute. We have a lot of really cool free, no alcohol there. No smoking there. So it's really a nice family fun.
Any other comments? Line? Oh, I see a hand up, Michelle. Oh, that's a mouse. That's funny, it's right over your face, right over your screen, Michelle. All righty, okay, so then we'll go ahead and move on to our community representative. So I believe we're gonna start with Roberta.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Came fast from another meeting, stopped in the planning group, so thank you for being here. We're American Community Representative for Council President Shawny Rivera. I just wanted to let you guys know that dredging, as you know, has been completed, but they're also finishing some last minute touches over there off of Cartagena. I know crews are going to be out there. I believe they were supposed to be out there this weekend or next weekend fixing retaining walls, helping out Village Green with some of the stormwater issues that they have. Big win there. Another thing that we're looking forward to doing is obviously our dumpster days with Lynn in the future. So I just want to let folks know, if you don't know what that is, basically is you can bring furniture, you can bring sofas, mattresses, whatever you need to get rid of. We usually have 40-yard dumpsters. So I was able to make the last one, which was a while ago. I had pneumonia. So I was in the hospital like at 12 at night. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah. But I really love it because I was probably gonna try to make it. I don't know. Crazy. So yeah, so anytime anyone has like a request like that, please feel free to connect yourself with Lynn, Sonia, Jennifer. They put on cleanups before the year starts, so they have a laundry list of like when those events are. One example is Xenia Canyon. We cleaned up last year with Officer Cummings was there, and Santa Unified PD was there, and we all came together. Leading to that, the canyon's actually getting cleaned up, thanks to our advocacy and also to Lynn and some of the board members from Along the Park. Actually is starting to get cleaned up, looks a lot better. They're abating brush. They're not abating it all the brush, but they're abating most of it. So the shelter folks don't stay there and about PDA a little bit with that. So we're happy about that. They cleaned up, I believe they removed 10 tons of trash. So it was crazy. So we're happy that they did that. And we're thankful for the partnership with the council in getting that flag. That was a nice waiting to happen. Another thing, we have a virtual budget forum that is going to be on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. I can send you the Zoom link to Lynn so she can share out. Please, when I say this, I really mean it. We need your help. What I mean by that is we know for far too long, District 9 has been a place of inequity, a place of disrespect, a place where we don't get things done, or folks, quite frankly, don't have the resources, right? So we're always constantly battling other districts. I just want to share a quick story, just very quick. Went to Carmel Mountain and went to Ocean Breeze Park. Immaculate facility, you should have seen it. They even had a viewing like deck for the pond. Never seen that, right? So when we talk about equity, when we talk about wanting that in the community, right? We want that here in Woodland Village, want that here in Woodland Park. That's what I mean. So we're gonna be asking for a call to action. It's gonna be sometime in June. It's gonna be the last time you're gonna be able to, call in or speak about your mind about the budget. We really encourage you. Right now, there are 0 projects in District 9 that are being funded both by the mayor. 0. And so when I tell you it's frustrating for me, knowing that I have, you guys have community members in District 9, we're getting 0 projects, that is unacceptable. Don't care who you are, don't care what you do, it is unacceptable, and we're gonna fight tooth and nail to make sure we get some. That's about it. If you have any other questions, comments or concerns, I'm here to field them. Move on.
Thank you. He was very instrumental in having us take a look at the water tower where we had an encampment. It's not there now, but he is keeping tabs on it, and he made us feel welcome and what we could do, and he met with us. And I just think that that's huge.
Yeah, we wanna make sure it's accessible, right? Responsible governance, right? We wanna make sure that we're responsible. We wanna make sure we're responsive, and we wanna make sure that we're here to help. We're not here to battle you. We're gonna disagree, right? That's how life is. We're gonna disagree on a lot of issues, but I'm here to find some common ground. That's what we're here for. And thanks to Officer Cummings and the Mid-City Police Department as well, for facilitating the neighborhood watches. So want to make sure Josh gets that.
Start meetings still.
I have a question. It's been 30 years since I've attended here, but, and I don't know if this is student interest so far and very on-site underground improvements that may be required before the slurry or some improvements.
Yeah.
What's
So the undergrounding has been completed. They did sewer lines and water mains. Right now they're going around Rolando Park and around the village. They're replacing most of the water mains in Rolando Park.
so that the money's already been earmarked, how
Correct. One of the things, and also, it's gonna tie into the Sandan project, which today is gonna start January of 2025. So that is, I want to make it clear too. We see the fiasco and disaster on University Avenue from Euclid to there. That is not happening. They are gonna repave the road and they're gonna just add bike lanes. They're not gonna do these ginormous roundabouts. They're not gonna do all this craziness. So we're gonna be focused on making sure outreach is done for the community and for business owners, because what we've learned is that the city failed in that aspect in terms of University Avenue. They made it harder for PD to do their job, whether it's chase the bad guy, right, or whatever, and they made businesses suffer, which should not happen. So just want to make sure that we get it right this time. Sure we facilitate that.
what's the time frame?
For the time frame, so Sandax can start in January of 2025. I believe it's going to be, so it's going to be from Aragon all the way up to Euclid. So it's looking like a year and a half, but this specific portion of Rolando Park and Red Village should be done with that, since they're going to start here.
Yeah, ours is like, if you look through, you got something in the mail, it's like, June probably, and we're gonna get like a 500. I'm like, cool, okay.
For the sewer and the water.
The sewer and the water, so that's gonna be happening over the summer. Bettina has. Bettina?
Hi, Roberto. When you say 0 funding for District 9, does that include Triangle Park and Streamview Drive Phase 2?
So basically those funds are already earmarked. What I mean by that is there's no new funding. So for example, if we were to get funding, I know one of them was Mount Hope streetlights, right? Mayor didn't even blink for that, right? And he didn't blink for a lot of other things, which he should have, honestly. So when I mean, like, I'm pissed off. I'm right there with you. Right? Sean is right there with you. We need to do better, and so we're gonna be advocating on that. So just so you know, existing CIPs, they have money, they're staying there, but I also want to put it out there, and I mentioned this to Lynn as well. They were trying to pull a fast one on us and use CIP money from our sidewalks, Meriden to College Avenue, $800,000 to homelessness, right? We said not on our watch. John made sure of that. So that got stopped. So just be mindful and be very consistent, and also ask tough questions. That's why I'm here, right? There's a mayor's office out. Not sure where they're at right now. But that's kind of where we're thinking is kind of just making sure that we.
Okay, thank you.
Is the reason that there's no funding for our district because of that plan of the warehouse?
That has nothing to do with it. Again, it all comes down to Terry decisions with what the mayor wants to do, right? If he wants to allocate, he allocated sure a lot in D1 and D2. He did a lot, but not in D9, right? So when I mean like we are fighting inequity, that's what I mean. Like we continue to need to break the cycle. That's what the council president and our office is on, is breaking that cycle and saying not anymore. Quite frankly, our children don't deserve that. Grandchildren don't deserve that. They deserve to be in a clean, safe neighborhood. I think that's what we can agree on.
Any other questions, comments? Thank you. So we will move on to Josh.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Before I give my report, I'd really like to take the time to introduce our new captain. Yeah, wow. Wait, my name is Sean Takuchi. I am your police cop. I am responsible for Mid-City Division, which serves this community along with numerous other communities. As part of my city work partner, and way out the east. I've been on the department for 27 years. I've had the opportunity to work with public information. My last assignment, I was in charge of neighborhood policing. The homeless issues. Initiatives. And so, my job is to split off stuff. Nothing. 95% of the issues when we can solve. Which relationship you have to responsible is very, very responsible. Solve it, but that 5% of the time we can actually. It's just nothing to say, hey, I'm taking on your help. That's one job. It's their job, I got you. So now I've been at Mid-City for about 3 months now. I'm just trying to make it to all the different community meetings. State global level, if we saw the news today, the city council confirmed our next chief. He's a very, very good, very, very good, very popular to be a talking on the chief. He takes the reins on June's side. Operationally, in terms of us responding to calls. What he's really doing is a lot of these acquisitions are going to be looking at right now. And the reason why he wants to take a look at that is because in the future here, in the next year or two, we're losing a lot of officers, service retirements. We know that. The problem with that is that it's not offset by hiring. The reason why is because our police department, unfortunately, a lot of police departments throughout this nation. Having worked back up to today, I can tell you that I was in charge of hiring in 2019. And at that time, I thought we had a problem because I was having difficulty finding people that are. That's what it's showing to. Everyone, whoever wants to become a police officer, they have to have that. And if you don't, then it doesn't matter how much money we throw at you, it doesn't matter what kind of, beautiful police cars that we show, the computers and all that stuff. If you don't have the heart to serve, you're not going to be a good police officer. Because you're going to be placed in situations where if that heart's not there, you're not going to be there. And so my understanding is it's only gotten worse with time. And so because of these real life issues that we're facing, Chief Wall is going to be an innovative chief, and he's going to make sure his number one goal is to build a relationship with the community, that community trust. And trust starts with us responding to your needs.
And so, again, I'm proud that he's gonna be our next chief. We'll see what structural changes he's gonna make so that services that we provide you are at least maintained the same as our staffing goes down, if not improves. But it's definitely not to regress that service that you guys all do. Right? And so that is my job as city council, to make sure that we serve. Any immediate questions for me? I know Josh can handle them all, so.
Sorry, Lynn, I had you, bring some
No,
guests.
no.
But,
Don't worry.
I was forced. No. Anyway, real quick, so just a few updates. I don't want to take up too much time. Extra patrol requests are coming in. I'm happy to see them. Community walks, myself and other community relations officers, we've been getting out of the car, parking and walking, block or 2 blocks or 3 blocks. Somewhere we walked, up here all the way down to Vista Grande, and then to Hope and all the areas and talk to some great people. I met this gentleman earlier today.
He was greater.
Everywhere I go, I'm like, hey, do you know about the Rolando Park Community Council meeting? If you don't, you should. This is the time, this is the place. I'd love to see you there. So I'm trying to build this and just bring the awareness as much as I can. Vacant houses, I did locate. There's one that's been on the radar, south on Aragon over here. I'm aware of that. I've been aware of that for a while, but there's another one on Hope Street. So I'm watching that. Neighbors have a really good lock on that. I'm really happy that everyone in the community is so engaged off of Hope, because the vacant houses can become problematic real quick. So we're gonna stay proactive on that. My point of focus right now, outside of the traffic enforcement, because I know that's a huge community, issue here, along with the neighborhood watch and the water tower, it's another point of focus that we're working on. But, Rock Street has become kind of to the surface recently with the homelessness. MPD has been out there a couple times and encampments have been taken down. People have been moved along. I'm watching a car over there. It'll be towed here relatively soon if it doesn't move. Things of that nature. So Rock Street is a point of friction that also directly impacts Dandridge and your community as well, Renee, given the homeless encampments and upwards towards the water tower. So I'm paying attention to that. With traffic enforcement, I'm happy to say that one of our very own officers from Mid-City Division has recently graduated the Motors Academy. Will be out on his own on traffic. And he happens to be a good friend of mine. So I will be trying to bring him in and reel him in. I've already told him as soon as you get off training, your first assignment is on the park. So hopefully, all right, I'm successful and I can draw him in. He's a great guy and I think he understands the challenges. He worked in the city for a long time. So I think he'll be a great resource to us. I look forward to that. As Roberto said, I won't, bring that up too much, but Xena Canyon is looking pretty good. I still have to figure out a solution for Mike, working on that. Choice Parkway, Roberto just brought to my attention that there's now a semi-trailer that is being inhabited by transients. So I will be out there tomorrow to figure out Choice Parkway and the semi-trailer. Lastly, supporting and building the neighborhood watch and then keeping tabs again on the water tower area. Those are my big points of friction as far as Rolando Park goes and Redwood Village. As always, if anybody needs anything, where to find me. I'm not a stranger. You guys have all my info, phone number, everything. So please reach out. If there's any questions, I'm happy to take those.
Right. So, real sir. Go ahead, Joe.
As far as the vacant buildings, has Coco's been a problem? I know there's seems to be a homeless person on the corner there. And,
Whereabouts?
Coco's Restaurant, Old House Road.
I'm not sure about Coco's Restaurant. That falls under Southeast Division, but I can follow up on that. Is it vacant? The restaurant there? Yeah, I don't know where.
Since the pandemic.
Yeah. It's been constant.
Okay. I'll have to forward an email. I'll send an email out to the CRO in Southeast. And it was kind of see.
Yeah, as a person who drives past there quite a bit, you don't tend to see anything inside. It's just them on the outside.
They boarded up the windows.
Yeah, they boarded up everything.
They tend to find those vacant buildings because they can access out like exterior power outlets or water spigots for like the water tower, for example. They've been taking showers at the water tower, which I actually talked to city staff in the water department the other day when I was up on the walk, checking the area. They were out there. I was telling them like, hey, You got transients up here taking showers on our water tower. They were actually out there testing it because I guess birds get up inside the little spigot and can cause contaminants to enter the water, and then you gotta test it and treat it. I got a quick class on that. But they're also having a welder go around, and the welder, believe it or not, the water department for the city, I guess, only has one welder. So this one welder is overly tasked right now, and what they're doing though with the water spigot, because of the wildlife and the transients, is they're building these steel encased block boxes that go around them and cover the water spigot. It is on the list for our water tower over there. However, there's one welder, so it's gonna take a little while.
I'm gonna let Jennifer go ahead because I think we have the same comment or question. Jennifer?
It's John here. Hi, Josh.
Okay.
We have our cleanup on University this Saturday, and the past few days there have been between 2 and 3 new campers in the little space next to the DeVita store, site of our future mini skate park. It's like it's mainly like kind of green weeds that are growing there. 60th University. It seems like it's a new spot for camping. So wanted to, hopefully they'll be gone by Saturday so we can clean up in the area there.
Awesome. Well, thanks for bringing it to my attention. I did, when I was on Rock Street earlier today, I did see that. So I will make my way out and contact those individuals in that vacant lot. I did not know that there was going to be a mini skate park there.
That's our hope.
Class.
Oh,
Class by Redwood Village.
new projects? Skate park. But I will, not to put you on the spot. I will, Roberto always delivers. He's great. I will, go out and address and contact those individuals tomorrow and see what I can do about letting them know in advance of the cleanup, so it won't be an issue.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Thanks, Joe. Any other questions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm a BDA environmental services. Books funding on string.
On 55th?
Now.
Oh, yeah.
We called the caption on that one.
And you had deer decoys. That disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah. Had driven off, it had it was on a trail.
Yeah.
And it had a deer decoy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Trailer and we had a bird's nest. We had a transient encampment in a tree at Galena Park earlier this week.
In a tree?
In a tree. It had hoisted up a mattress and built up.
Oh, my God.
Thank goodness NPD. Yeah, we're getting some weird ones lately, so please keep us posted on any new trending activities.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Joe. Everybody. Thanks, Todd. Appreciate it. Oh, wow. Okay. So, for this evening, we're gonna go with our updates on our community priorities. So we'll talk about a few of the things that we are addressing and going to address.
Right. So, yeah, we do have some updates on just about everything here. So I'm gonna work backwards. We will not be working on a mural on the underpass. We simply just don't have enough volunteers to help us with that. And we started a year ago trying to find out from Caltrans and from our state assembly member who to even talk to about putting a mural there. And Caltrans didn't respond to us, and they actually didn't even respond to our state assembly members. We just decided this one is gonna have to wait, at least for now. But yeah, can you two, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead about the underpass.
No, well,
Okay.
so I just retired from Caltrans after 40 years. And that's unacceptable for Caltrans not to respond. Caltrans always responds.
It has to do with the fact that it's art though. Putting a mural, I mean, the restrictions are, yeah, I know.
They do respond.
But if the state assembly member can't get a response, and we just don't have, we just don't have.
Go get on them.
Yeah, if you'd like to volunteer, we could start a mural subcommittee here. We'd be happy to start that, and you could actually chair it for us. we'd be happy to work on that with you.
Yes, for sure. The volunteering, right?
All it says.
So, so as John pointed out, for Streamview, we've been talking, the mayor's office contacted us today and want us to go ahead and designate locations on Streamview to install no dumping signs. So John, Jennifer, myself, Bettina, a couple people from Oak Park will go out in the next week or two and decide on locations, and then hopefully the mayor's office can actually get them done for us. So that's good news for us, for everybody. I don't really have any thunder left on Xena Canyon because Josh and Roberto have covered it all.
Yeah.
You know, you really should coordinate with me before. I'm joking. The only thing I have to add to that is because of the city budget cuts, the Park and Rec Department do not plan to purchase Xena Canyon from the school district right now. They simply just don't have the money. I don't know. I'll talk to Groundwork again in the next few months. They're not interested in doing it as a joint use arrangement with us, which means the city would actually manage it for us. And they can't buy it right now. They don't have the money to buy it. So we're getting it cleaned up, and hopefully we can continue to work on the homeless issues there and try and get back to doing a couple of major cleanups every year and keep it as clean as possible. That's sort of discouraging. Our gateway, the Rolando Park Gateway at College and College Grove, thanks to our friends at Groundwork, they submitted a grant application to the county for a community enhancement grant. That would be for $30,000. That will cover the monument sign, the new trees, and removing of the palm trees there that are going away. The design plans for the Gateway project are still in Development Services Department, who we've heard. I'm on the email thread for this, and I get very interesting stories. It'll take you 5 years. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what this project is. So Groundwork has assigned their new assistant director to work on this. So hopefully we'll have something over the summer about it. But a grant has been applied for to cover the costs. We do have our third community cleanup this Saturday. We mentioned that. We have 2 more cleanups this year on University. We'll have another one on the Rolando Park side and one in Redwood Village again. In late July, we'll be cleaning up the joint use park here in the parking lot the weekend before the Movie in the Park event, so it looks pretty spiffy. Last year, we had more than 200 people show up, so we like it to look halfway decent. We also have another cleanup plan for Xena Canyon. Okay. So anyway, we have a cleanup plan for Xena Canyon this fall, and we'll also be talking to residents over on Little College, north of Billman and Jeff Street, to see if we could coordinate like a community cleanup on that section over there. And that one we probably would want a dumpster for if we can get it. There'll be some major cleanup over there to take care of. On to the one that Josh should be here for, because this is our most frustrating issue ever, is traffic calming here. We do have 2 studies still in progress right now. One of them came up during the Circulate Walk audit, and that's to install a stop sign on Marlowe at the 69th Street intersection. I don't know if you ever walked that, but boy, is traffic picked up there, and the speed is pretty interesting. And the same audit also noted that they think that we should have a daylighting, which is an extended red curb at Aragon and Marlowe. Again, from 4 to 7, we have 300 cars an hour using that intersection, and most of them are not stopping. So this might be some incentive, we hope. I did talk to the area traffic engineer about the missing sidewalks, because that was the other thing that came up on the audit. We have 2 crosswalks in Rolando Park, one at Loma Alta and one at Vista Grande on Marlowe. Those are the only crosswalks we have in the entire community. but they won't look at it as a community project. We're going to have to designate each intersection and they will have to be studied individually.
It
Yeah.
took a long time to get the one.
I just want to throw up my hands, but we'll be talking with Roberto over the summer and see how we can approach this in a more efficient way that benefits the community to get something done. And as always, we're open for new ideas. I know Josh said that we might be seeing more traffic enforcement. Someone suggested that we do basically some crowdsourcing where we report a specific intersection and we get a lot of people to report that intersection where we see a lot of problems. Aragon and Marlowe would be one, I think Xena, Billman, or specific drivers. Sometimes, well, I walk my dog up Aragon from the Croc Center 2 or 3 times a week, and I see the same Toyota Tacoma going anywhere between 39 and 41 miles an hour every morning at 6:45. So, he might be a good candidate.
Right.
I'm thinking, but if you have any ideas, feel free to bring them up here. You can email them to us, put it on our website, put it on our Facebook page. We're just looking for ways to calm this down. We are essentially just a cut through spot right now. The entire community is nothing but a cut through. And it's a residential area. We need some help on that. And as always, if you look at our website, under community links, we do have this information out there. You can click that link and ask for additional patrols, speed patrols in our neighborhood, ask for additional traffic enforcement. It'd be much appreciated if it was someone other than just the 2 of us who do it. Okay, and then the last thing and we've already covered this, our priority right now is to help our flood victims get back into their apartments, get settled. Big ticket issues when they move in, are they going to have what they need to get set up? So we're not going to get a ton of money from the fundraisers, but what we are getting is awareness and some attention. And we'll talk about how to handle that as they get moved back in. What do they need? What essentials do they need? And help them with that. And that is all we have.
You just need to tell them. You don't have to bring a flyer or anything for the fundraiser.
No, the flyers are on our website and Facebook page, and of course I emailed them out. All you have to do is just mention that just say this is for the Rolando Park Community Council fundraiser, and that's all it will take. So I'm confident between 4 restaurants in 2 weeks that we can raise a little bit of money here because we've hit all the good spots around this area.
Popular spots.
If you're doing takeout or, those are the places to be.
Say, I just went to Way yesterday for Mother's Day. She wanted shrimp fried rice.
Yeah, Wayways is the easy one.
Yeah.
And Woodstocks includes alcohol in the fundraising proceeds, so go to Woodstocks. That's a good way to
beer.
Thanks for mentioning it because that's huge.
Right.
I might be able to stop on my way to my next meeting.
There you go. All righty. All right. So does anybody have any questions or comments on any of those?
I do, but I have no idea. This is the first time I ever come to a meeting.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Aurora and I live on Florence Street.
Okay.
And I am very concerned about these investments that are coming in and building 14 units on a lot. Is there anything we can do?
We'll have Roberto who'd like to comment.
So
on
we
that.
emailed, right now, there's no permits, there's nothing going on there. I checked, triple checked, mayor's office, DSD, called the DSD head, nothing is going around, so whatever they're saying is not solidified until they submit the plan. So I would suggest, yes, and I put that in the email for you, that I do know. Just so you know, if there's any concerns like that, I believe they have to go to the planning group, right, for presentation in terms of building new things around.
Not for housing.
Let's say, yeah.
So I would, so two things. I would suggest you contact me as you did. I bring that to Sean. I have private conversations with Sean all the time. We talk about a lot of issues.
There's 2 properties right next to them.
Yeah, they both don't have any applications in, none, 0.
You sure that's not what I hear by the construction crew that's next door?
No, and if they are, they're doing unpermitted work, which is technically illegal, which is against code enforcement. So if they're building without permits and stuff like that, then that's when we can talk and then we can.
I'm sorry, I said it wrong. When they were remodeling the house, the construction company that was there told us that they were building 14 units total on that lot.
Again, nothing's concrete, nothing's in the city archive, so once I get an update, or if it is, you can feel free to look yourself up. It's in DSD's website. You can literally go on the property and pull the permits yourself. It's all publicly available. So right now, I believe for that one, they're remodeling the back, I think converting it to like a bathroom or a game room or something.
So that was my property. That's the one on this side. The one on this side that they're doing the 14 units.
Yeah, so again, we checked the addresses that were provided.
3886.
Yep.
We're doing a handicap bathroom. That's my property. One of my properties.
Yeah, the addresses.
I own two.
Yeah, the addresses you gave me, no permits whatsoever, and I'm happy to. I know.
Oh, yeah, we've been waiting for 3 years for the handicap bathroom, for that permit.
Okay, well, we can talk about that because that should not be taking 3 years. That I can tell you.
3 years.
Sorry, well, thank you, Roberto.
Yeah, thanks. I realize I
Thank you.
forgot one last thing here that I wanted to mention. Last week when I emailed out the agenda, we also emailed out information about the budget hearing last Wednesday and asked people to please write comments, submit them anyway about a tree canopy that the planning group would like to see established on University Avenue. The Sand Egg Bikeway was designed without any landscaping for the University Bikeway. And we only found out 2 years ago when this project came back for a second presentation at the planning group that they didn't budget for it. So we've had a subcommittee in our planning group working with the District 9 office for the last 2 years. And so we did make a pitch last week at the meeting, lots of people, and I want to thank everyone because a lot of people sent comments in about this. So that bikeway project, which is supposed to start in January, is supposed to go out next month for bid for construction. We're working with Groundwork and Choice Creek Coalition. And Choice Creek sent a letter yesterday to the mayor's office. Sunday? Yes. And they requested that the city process a change order to developmental services to add 160 trees to the landscape plans. They're going to take the lead on this for us. If DSD will process a change order, that buys us a little bit of time. And they will take care, they will start the process. I was at a meeting last week. They already know they can get trees. They will take care of the planting. And we have been talking about how that they would be maintained. One of the biggest issues that we found was that Sand Egg said, oh, we would put the trees in. We can't maintain them. And the city, of course, doesn't have a budget to maintain them. So that's one of the issues that we're working with the coalition now. Hopefully, again, we'll know something in the next few weeks. That's all I want to say about that.
Nice.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Anything else from anyone? Questions, comments?
If I may,
Mhm.
my name's Oliver Walker. I'm started up the neighborhood watch in Redwood Village, or I guess we're starting it up again. I guess it's been done many times. So this is our attempt to sustain it and grow it. I just want to put out that it's my intention to grow the organization throughout Redwood Village to have a community-wide. And it's also my intention to have a cleanup every third Saturday. And then after that, I have not arranged this with IHOP yet, but after we do a 1 hour cleanup, I want to have everybody go to IHOP so they can get to know their community, people that are in the community. So that's my intention. That's what I hope to have happen. So I'm not sure if we're going to do it this third Saturday, but we're definitely going to do it the next third Saturday due to the fact that there's another cleanup happening. We did not mean to you know, yeah, we didn't mean to step on anybody's toes. But that's our intention, and you guys, everybody here is more than welcome to come and help, of course. And we can, you know, we can grow it and have a better sense of community. That's what we really need. So what we're really after is a sense of community and caring and knowing your neighbors and really, you know, kind of having moral rectitude to do the right thing and clean up and call people out in their BS that they're pulling in the neighborhood. So that's what I'd like to see happen, okay? That's all I got. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Oliver. Yeah. Appreciate it. Anything else? Anybody else have any other comments or questions? All right, so as we mentioned, this is the last meeting before we hit our summer break, but we do have our
Ice cream social.
So anybody who's not familiar, we just pretty much socialize. We bring ice cream, bring whoever you'd like, and enjoy it to your point, Oliver, kind of get a sense of community, get to know your neighbors, and get some new people to collaborate with, right?
How long is your break? You just started.
We go January to May, and then we have our ice cream social. We have a break July and August. We reconvene in September. You know, a lot of time in the summertime, there's nobody here, right?
Yeah.
People travel, vacation, kids, all that, so.
All those lucky people.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need a little break.
Yeah.
We will be sending out email and posting on social media some stuff. We have cleanups planned this summer. We've got a movie in the park. We've got our annual community yard sale.
Yeah, so we're still around. We just won't have meetings.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, thank you, everybody, for coming. You guys have a great evening.
Congratulations.
Nice meeting you all.
Thank you.
Hope to see you next time.
Hi, it was nice.
Nope.
I just had a thought on the mural, mentioned the mural. Are you aware, there's a organization called